Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of Git tutorial. In this video we're gonna talk about Git clone and what is the Git pull, how to actually pull the code from the GitHub. In previous videos we explained how to download Git, we explained how to create GitHub account, we explained what is the difference between Git and GitHub. In this video we're gonna learn how to clone and how to pull from GitHub. Okay, now when we created our first repository, we will use commands to clone it on our local machine. Before we open command prompt, we need to create a local folder when we want to clone project. Open command prompt, and here first we need to position in our new folder like this, cd. And to be exactly sure where your folder is, the best way is to do something like this. Just go here, copy this path and type cd, which stands for current directory, and paste folder path. Now, as you can see in our command prompt, we are in our Git introduction folder. So the next part of cloning is to go to HTTPS and copy this link. First we type git clone. Git clone command is used only first time we initialized one folder from GitHub. After that we can use git fork or git pull. When we type git clone, after that we paste this HTTPS link from GitHub. Now we cloned our Git introduction repo, which is this folder right here, into our Git introduction folder in local. As you can see, we have Git introduction. If you don't see this folder, go on view and select this hidden items. If you see this .git folder, that means that you successfully cloned your project. We can start by creating a new file on our GitHub. Let's do something like this. Okay, name of the file, first file.txt, and we can commit changes. I will explain what the commit is in the next videos. For now, think of it as a save button. Okay, commit message can stay the create first file.txt. In our Get Introduction repository, we have our first file, and it's called firstfile.txt, and inside of that we have part 3 Git Introduction. So if you go to your local folder, you will see that you don't have that newly created file. To get that file on your local machine, you need to go again to your command prompt. To pull this file from GitHub, we use git pull command. Git pull. Okay, it says that we are on the main branch. I will explain branches in the next video. And when we open our Git introduction repo, we can see that we have that first file. If we open it, we have that text we added in GitHub. Okay, now let's make another change to this file. Let's add Git. Let's commit changes. Commit message can stay the same. Okay, now in this first file text, we have this message, and on our local machine, we have the old message without the git clone and git pull part. To pull that from the GitHub, we use same command as before. Okay, we pulled everything from the main branch. If we open first file, we have all the changes from the GitHub. Okay, now let's see the difference between public and private repository. In previous video we set this repository to public, which means that everyone could see this repository. Let me show you. If we paste our link and try to access it with another account, or either if you don't have account, we can still see the actual repository and all the files inside. But if you create a private repository, we add a readme file, private repo, and we create a new repository. When you try to access this repository, you will get not found page and we will not be able to see the repo and the files. Okay, in this video we explained how to use git clone or git pull, and now I'll try to help you understand how git clone command actually works. Okay, now we have GitHub, some distant server that GitHub use, and we have our local machine. This is our local PC right here. So on GitHub, when we created our first file, GitHub sent it to some distant server. And server is nothing but computer that is much more powerful than our local machine. Now on GitHub we saved this file, and when we type git clone, copy of that file went directly from GitHub to our local machine. And now we have copy of that file on our local machine. So we have two copies. One is on GitHub server and one is on our local machine. Now pretty much everything works the same. If we made any changes on this file that is on GitHub server, when we do GitHub pull, we will get again copy from that server to GitHub, and from GitHub we will get that copy on our local machine. Okay, that would be pretty much everything for this video. In part 2 of Git tutorials, we learned what is the git clone command, what is git pull command. Git clone command is used only for the first time when we clone code from GitHub, and after that we can use either git fetch or git pull. I will explain the difference in the next videos. And git pull command we use when we want to merge the remote master or main branch into our current master or main branch. We will explain what the branches are in the next videos, and we also talk about git flow. Okay, that will be pretty much everything for this video. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.